Action Rent a Girlfriend would be probably one of the cringiest things you'll ever watch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just be
Yeah,
like,
it would
no,
be pretty
please
awful.
don't.
Yeah. So have you ever like completed a harem anime to the end where best girl wins?
I don't know if a best girl won. Wait. What name a few famous harem anime?
Nisekoi,
Nisekoi I didn't watch.
To Lover.
I didn't watch To Lover.
Orimo.
Orimo.
Man, I don't think I've watched many.
Aramanga Sensei.
The World God Only Knows.
Yeah.
The World God Only Knows I watched.
Or to the end.
Yeah, all like 3 seasons or whatever.
Oh
Yeah.
damn.
And that was good. But I don't remember what
That
happened.
doesn't seem like a show you would watch.
No,
so I'm
exactly.
just like,
Yeah.
oh, you watched that one.
I watched
okay.
all of it, and then I was like, wait, I have to read the manga now?
Yeah.
What do you mean? We have 3 seasons. Don't stop now.
It'd be like that.
Keep
It'd be
going. I thought normally when it gets to season 3, that's normally like, all right, we're in here for the long run.
Yeah,
now. We
yeah.
keep going.
Well-
and then it just ended, and I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? That was a really good show. I love that show.
you've never gone to the end where like there's a winning girl, where there's an
Where
actual
there's, like, a
girl that
clear
wins,
winner.
Where
I
there's a
probably
clear
have.
winner.
I probably just can't remember it.
Well, yeah, because they're all probably generic.
Yeah. It's like, again, like we all know I have monkey brain.
Yeah.
Most of the anime that's like, if it's not an 8 out of 10 or higher for me, it probably is like in the forgotten.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the meh category.
It's
right?
in the like, okay, it's good, but
done with
not
all
good
the
enough for me to like
shoulder
retain
guard.
memories of it.
Yeah. No, because that's the reason I watch harem anime, because once you watch one, you've basically watched them all.
Yeah, the
So
last
to
one
me,
is left shoulder.
I love watching the same thing
Yeah,
over
our
again.
industry.
I mean, I do watch
You
all
are,
the isekai.
you are talking
I'm
about the isekai man.
man.
It's the isekai man, after all.
But I don't know, it's just fun being in the race, right? And part of the fun is being in the community and seeing all the salt and tears from the losers. I mean, it's like real sport. Part of the fun is shitting on the losing side.
It's like a very, very long sports game.
Yeah,
It is.
It's a
And
12-week-long sports game, right?
and that's why you can that's why you get so invested in it, because you're reading this manga, because normally it's a manga, because the anime I can like, it's really rare for an anime harem to actually go through to the end.
Yeah.
So you normally follow the manga for like weeks and weeks, and sometimes it's years. And that final chapter where your girl wins, man, that's like a euphoric feeling.
Wouldn't know.
I've experienced that recently with what the fuck's it? Bokutachi Benkyou Dekinai?
We never learn.
We never learned. Yeah, because they recently like ended that, and best girl won, and I was just like, yes, finally, thank you.
If you had to give me a recommendation for a harem manga to read, what would you tell me?
I would
Just
recommend
continue
We
on
Never
to
Learn.
Really?
this
Yeah, that's
Gundam.
really cute. And like I've read so much harem stuff, and this is one of the few series where I'm just like, wow, I like all of these girls. Like there isn't a single girl, like all of these girls can easily win.
Yeah.
And all of these girls are fucking awesome.
Yeah,
and
that's-
so I wasn't too mad, or I mean, I was happy because my favorite one won.
Yeah.
But I think when I saw around in the community when like people were rooting for other girls, they were like, you know, my girl didn't win, but I ain't complaining. You know, I'll take the second place. It's all right. It's like, it's all good, man. It's all fun.
Just seeing how people justify their losing position. It's beautiful when you're in that winning
Yeah.
girl. When you're backing that winning horse, it's just like, oh, the tears taste so good, man. But I mean, you're watching one now with Rent a Girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If,
that's good.
like, would you follow up on the manga if the anime ends and it just
If I'm
ends?
really into it, yeah, I probably would.
Yeah.
It'd have to be damn good though. It'd have to end like on an amazing cliffhanger.
Do you read a lot?
Kembarannya penuh cabaran, panas membara, ribut kencang, dan ditemani hujan. Segala halangan dan rintangan memberi
A lot of manga?
It's hard because I feel that the time when I would read manga, I'm normally doing something else.
But like I've seen you like reading quite a few manga. I mean, you read
If-
all
if-
of like
yeah.
Terraformers.
If I
and,
read a
like,
manga,
Gantz.
it's like non-stop.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I cannot put it down. So it's very like hard for me to get into
So
it.
I don't think you'd enjoy then if it's like a currently serializing.
Yeah, I
manga,
don't
right?
read currently serializing except for One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Because that's always a treat whenever it pops up. It's like there's a
Yeah.
new chapter. I'm like, fuck yeah. 'Cause
Yo,
that's,
like action happens in every chapter of
oh
One
my
Punch
god,
Man.
that One Punch
Yeah.
Man manga is fucking beautiful, man.
Yeah.
That shit is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that shit. And then I tried to read the webcomic, but I was like, You know that meme with the guy taking off the headset? He's like, I was like, it's good, it's funny, but it's like the best.
You can't go back to the web manga once you've experienced Murata Yusuke's art.
Exactly.
Right?
The art is so good.
Yeah.
And it fucking blows my mind that the first season actually managed to capture how hype his art was.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe even exceed it at some points. But like his art is fucking insane.
I mean, I've loved
God
Murata
tier.
Yusuke since I Shield 21.
Yeah.
So
Just
when I found out he was doing One Punch Man, I was like,
Beautiful shit.
yes, the best.
I Shield 21 is still one of my favorite sports manga of all
That's
time.
something
it's
I've
up there.
downloaded to actually read at some point.
It's
But,
up there.
but it's like every time I'm gonna start a sports manga, it's like Slam Dunk or Eye Shield, and then I'm like, fuck, which one should I choose? And then I just don't read any.
Both. Just do both, man. Just do
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
Honestly, those are my top two.
Yeah,
manga.
and those are like the two sports manga that you should definitely read the sports
Yeah.
Oh,
manga
yeah,
and
yeah.
not watch the
Don't
sports
watch it,
anime,
yeah, don't
because
watch
they have not aged well.
No.
Mostly because their matches take so fucking long. This is back in the day of like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I watched Slam Dunk, and I remember thinking, why is a match like 10 episodes? How can they possibly stretch a match over to 10 episodes? And I watched the entirety of the Slam Dunk anime, and then I read the manga, and then it just felt like when Rock Lee had taken off his training weights, it was moving so fast, and I was like, I didn't know the story could
This
move
is how
this
it's
fast.
supposed to feel.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like definitely, I think not enough people read sports manga or sports anime.
Every single sports anime that I've consumed, I've loved. Like Yomushi Pedal really surprised me. I really fucking loved that.
I finally now have an excuse to start reading Haikyuu now that it's finished.
I do want
Right.
to read that because I found the anime a little boring.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Really?
I've
How
heard.
come?
I got halfway through the second season, and I'm like, why does it feel like I'm watching season one, but over again? Like I just felt like I was watching season one again. Like is that
Right.
bad? Is that a fair take?
No, I mean, I feel like it gets better and better every season because I remember Haikyuu.
Everyone says that. I feel like I'm in the minority.
Yeah, everyone says that. Yeah.
I feel like I was properly sold on Haikyuu, like properly into it, the last match of season 2. And then season 3 came along, and season 3 is just one match. And I remember thinking to myself before the season started, how can they make an entire season from just one match? We're going back into slam dunk territory.
Yeah,
That would drive me insane.
This is way too dragged out. And then I watched it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is the best season so far. This has taken it to another level.
But when I know that it's going to be a full season, what I'm thinking in my head is like, whoa, that was amazing. But I'm like, fuck, I'm not going to find the conclusion for like 20 episodes. and I know roughly what's going to happen. There's
This
gonna
boy's
be
trying to speedrun a sports
No,
manga.
because when I don't know what's going to happen, I don't know the pacing. I'm like, great, this is awesome. Like, I'm shocked. I don't know like what to expect. If I go into it now and thinking, okay, I'm going to get 12 episodes?
it was only like 9 episodes.
Okay.
So it was less.
Okay, that's
yeah.
good. If 9 episodes is manageable. If it's like 25 and it was like all the season was 25 episodes, I'd be like, I can't do it. I can't.
Well, that's why the Slam Dunk and iShield 21 manga is so good, because
Yeah.
the pacing in that for every single match is legitimately like, this could end in 2 chapters or it could end in 100 chapters.
I'm gonna
Like,
try reading one of them.
Yeah,
I
please.
want to read manga on stream. I've been trying to get permission from a company to be able to do
Yeah,
that.
you should
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
'Cause I think that would be hype.
Dude, if you like do a stream where you read iShield or Slam Dunk, like I'll tune into that because I want to know, right? I want to know how you think.
I'd probably be like the most boring reactor of all time.
Yeah.
Because I'm that guy who just doesn't get hype when I'm watching or reading something.
Dude, I tried to do an anime watching stream like a couple of times,
Yeah.
and I look back on the VODs, I'm like, I need to delete these because it is the most. I'm literally just like, I fucking jinxed it the entire time. I was just like,
Well, with
all right, yep.
with manga, I thought, well, if I can voice out most of it, I mean, that'd be very draining. but
Yeah.
Yeah,
at
but
least
that's
it'd be
more entertaining.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Yeah.
entertaining, right?
That's not like the natural reaction where you're just
Right,
like
right.
reacting to it. Because
Yeah,
for me, when I'm watching something, I'm literally like dead eye. The hyper shit could be happening, and I'm just still like,
Yeah, that's pretty much me. Unless it's sad, then I'm just like sobbing my eyes out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking crying. Like like when I'm in that mood, I will fucking cry at anything.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
yeah.
Like I fucking cried at the God of High School episode, and I was like, why? This shit was fucking awful.
God of High. Why? God of High School.
No, because I just wanted to cry that day. Like,
I need
so-
something.
and so that was the episode.
So wait,
that-
what? At what scene? At what scene?
Must have been like, we're talking like episode 5 now. You watched episode 5?
I've watched. I've watched episode 5.
There's someone with his backstory with his friend, and I was like, this isn't even that fucking sad. Like, Because and they completely ruined the show for me the episode before with the wedding, and I was like, this
Yeah.
is- I'm
Yeah.
Okay, this is the last
Yeah,
part, so,
so
now it's a
dumb.
construction
that
phase.
wedding episode was the dumbest episode.
And then you cried the next episode.
yeah, because I was in one of those moods where like a fucking Cheeto commercial would get me like, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I don't know what you mean.
I get those moods where sometimes like I'm not going to cry, but I know that crying will make me feel better.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not sad, I'll just cry just because it'll help. I'm sure like there's people who can relate to this.
I'm sure, yeah,
I'm
but
sure.
I don't think you're gonna find them in this podcast.
No, yeah. I'm with like two gigabrain, like floating, meditating geniuses. They don't experience this kind of
I don't
stuff.
know, man, because the biggest, I'm like the fucking opposite of you, right? Because I
I'm
could have
waiting for
like,
the next
you
God
could
of
show
High
me like
School
the saddest
anime.
fucking story.
I like God of High
Sometimes
School, but
I'm
then,
like
anime is
stonewall,
kinda
dead
dismissive
face,
of-
feel nothing. You play like the Anohana ending song, or a certain piece of music. I'm like bawling my eyes out,
Yeah.
man. Music for me is such an important.
It all goes
factor
back to that
make me
music
cry.
episode, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I was listening to music the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, my favorite songs is just the ones with no talking. I like the noise.
I did appreciate Kevin Penkin's tweets, just being like how he was so giga tilted when he watched that episode, because he tweeted out being like, okay, people are linking me to this particular Trash
Yeah.
Taste episode.
fine,
I gotta go check it out. And then like 2 hours later, he just tweets out being like, Connor, we have to talk.
Kevin doesn't make except for like in Made in Abyss, but normally his songs don't have people singing in them, so that's nice. I can appreciate the beeps and the boops that Kevin makes. I love your beeps and boops, Kevin.
Hey there, it me. Call me Mr. TT, the big PP man. This episode of Trash Taste is sponsored by Xenonzard. Xenonzard is a very unique anime-themed AI-based card game for mobile that is quite freshly released worldwide. Fight along and against AI that give advice and support you within the
Okay,
game.
I'm done
There are
for now.
16 different AI
So
companions
today
that
we
you
have
can
done
choose from
this.
that are based on a questionnaire at the beginning of the
Part
game,
two.
and you can choose your
This is like a
favorite
part two
AI
episode
companion
in the
based on
VOD.
your personality. Not only that, but the AI will adapt to your playstyle the
There's
more that you
many
play
more
and give you better
stuff
and
to
better
go.
advice with each passing game. You can create a deck from 500 different cards from 7 different categories. That's a lot of categories.
Holy shit,
Xenonzard's
that's
unique
a lot.
feature is the
Okay,
mana
okay,
movement
okay.
system that allows you to pull minion cards from the field and use them as temporary mana to summon other minions. As you play Xenonzard
Okay.
against your enemy's AI,
This
you have no
is
rush
the
and can
progress
also
for the
take breaks
day.
while you are playing, which is quite a positive aspect for a card game. Of course, you can also play PvP against other real players. And I mean, isn't this game just amazing looking? My 2 eyes can't believe it. Plus, if you use the hashtag XenonzardACI on
for-
Facebook and Twitter, you
wait.
can